What is going on, guys? It is your boy TKD123 here, back here in Plays and Sword. This is, of course, Road to Ragnarok Episode 2, the weekly podcast series dedicated to any and all things God of War Ragnarok, from news, lore, reactions, and upon release, our review. Damn, I fucked up there. Look at me. Our review and spoiler cast of God of War Ragnarok to end the series. With me, of course, Thor, son of Odin's body double himself, Kyle Stevenson of PS Trophy Room. How are you doing, good sir?
I'm doing great, Kev. How are you?
Doing good. Pretty cool.
Big day for you today.
Yeah. I haven't told the Road 2 podcast, folks. I haven't told anyone till today. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's been confirmed for like a week and a half, 2 weeks, but like I'm just waiting for like documents to get signed and everything.
Absolutely.
But, I have signed the contract with IGN. And I am an associate.
The new owner.
Oh, can you imagine? Hey, man, look, man. Podcast Beyond, man. Listen, bro. Listen, man. Give me that. You know what I'm saying? Give me that. But I am the associate content syndication editor for the weekends at IGN. A little part-time job I decided to, take on. Thank you, of course. Big day. Big step in the career, you know what I'm saying? We like to see it, like to see some traction, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're gonna crush it. We're all proud of you. You've seen it, obviously.
Yeah.
Everyone loves you, so we're happy you got this one.
Definitely appreciate it. But like, hey, anyone that's been on Road 2, I make it a point to bring my homies on Road 2, right? Give them whatever platform I have, right? But
that's how you do it. That's how you should do it.
This is any win that I get is a win. I want to is be viewed for like the whole community. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
For the specific like creators, maybe I'm a little bit partial about the PlayStation creator. Maybe I'm a little bit partial. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm a little bit partial to the PlayStation homies.
It happens.
But no, I digress. No, if we DM regularly, if I consider you a friend, then like this is a win for all of us on this side of the industry trying to get in to the industry itself. You know what I'm saying? So I really do appreciate it, though. Thank you, Kyle. Of course. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah,
we are. Oh wait, no. First, how are you? Links below, by the way, to your stuff, of course.
Yeah.
Talking about PlayStation creators. What do we got?
Yeah, you can find me all over the place. Trophy Room, 61 Indie, talking indies and whatnot. In general, I'm doing okay. My voice is a little bit better today. Had a long weekend in the city that never sleeps, the New York Comic Con and such.
Indeed. Shout out to
Went to go to a Mets game on Saturday, the only game they won in the postseason this year. And I lost my voice. And so from a little raspy, that's why, but it's way better than yesterday. Yesterday, I recorded something with Joe for Patreon, our own Road to Greatness show.
Yeah.
We talk about what we've been playing.
It was bad.
I was hurting at the end. I was hurting. I was barely getting my words out.
There was a video recently I did where I was definitely losing my voice. Oh, you know what? I know what happened. It was the State of Play recap because I couldn't watch it live because I was at work. But I don't know if you saw, I tweeted that video of me screaming with the Ragnarok footage, right? Yeah. While I was in the car, I was screaming Ragnarok, and that. I think I have a sensitive pause. I think I have a sensitive throat. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like I think like I feel like my voice can go very easily. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Oh
so
my God.
I feel like if I do like even like 2 minutes of screaming, that equates to like 2 days of like no voice.
Yeah,
it's a problem. It's a problem.
If I hit like a higher register when I'm yelling at a sports game or whatever. Only just one time I can feel it. I was like, oh no, okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be not peak performance for at least a couple days afterwards.
Maybe it's because like, okay, hear me out. Do we perhaps talk more than the average person?
Well, I know for me personally, I don't know about how you do your day-to-day work-wise.
Right.
I am like silent at work because I don't talk to really anybody. So then when I come do shows, that's when I do most of my talking, or I'm home with the family and my nieces and whatnot. I'm obviously talking all the time.
Gotcha.
But then when I go, out with friends or out like to a public thing where you are screaming and yelling, I feel like my voice isn't used to it.
Right. Okay.
So like I don't have the, I don't know, as you would say, pause, stamina for long periods of exertion.
Long periods of exertion. Let's go. Now you brought up the job thing. I forgot. Of course, my voice isn't going to give out easily because I'm a server as well.
Exactly. Yeah, you're talking.
So all of my jobs require me to talk a lot. I'm literally talking all day. So there is that.
Yeah.
Damn, I was gonna say something. What was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh, you know what? I have another injury as well. I have an injury. Last night, right? I'm in bed, chilling, thinking everything's fine. I reach over to get water, right? You know, that like 3 a.m. chug of water before you go to bed, so you don't die or whatever. My neck.
That's the only time you need water is right at 3 a.m., right?
You just chug it. Just chug a gallon, that's it. My neck, so much pain, bro. So much. I don't know if I slept on it wrong. Like excruciating, bro. Like it was real bad. Like I just had to just lay up in bed with like an ice pack for like an hour and just watch some YouTube. Like that's really what I did. It's bad. Like now it's a bit better because I've been taking like a lot of pain meds. I've been kind of like massaging it throughout the day. I have a massage gun, thank God,
Oh, nice. Okay.
But no, like I can't look in all all directions.
That happened to me a couple of weeks ago where I woke up and my head wasn't really on the pillow. Like the pillow was like by my shoulder blades and my neck was like nothing was supporting my head.
I see.
So I woke up and my head felt like 3 bowling balls.
It hurts, bro.
Just real heavy. Oh, it was real painful.
It hurts. It hurts real bad.
Bad.
It hurts real bad.
Yeah.
It hurts real bad.
I need one of those adjustable beds. I would kill for one of those.
I want that. I need a stand desk so bad, bro.
Oh yeah.
Bro, when I get my new place, I'm definitely getting a stand desk. I don't care.
Yeah.
I need it.
Hey, Uplift Desks, sponsor us, please.
Yes, sir. What is it? Kind of funny. I think they have a promo code, right, for Uplift?
Yeah. I think Andy does some stuff on them.
Yeah. I'll get that. But you can get right now with our promo code housekeeping here. Catch the show here on youtube.com plays and source, as well as podcast services just like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc. via the anchor link down below in the description. Like the video and rate the podcast. It really does help us get even more viewers so we can grow the PSS family. Down below, so let's say what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. Feeling generous, hit that join button, become a member of the channel with the $1 Prince tier, just like the people Musa, and our $5 King tier members, just like Caleb Kaiser, the Iraq Knight, and the homie Owen. Much love to all the members on the channel. And check out some latest uploads on the channel. What the hell have I uploaded in the past week? I don't even know. Let's check real quick. Let's see what we got. I know. Oh, we did we did a PlayStation Stars Explain video. Go check out that. There's also a cool God of War Easter egg on PlayStation Stars that I'm gonna put as a short. That might be up by the time y'all see this, because I've been kind of experimenting with these shorts. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. We did that. We did a Horizon Zero Dawn remake remaster video that I had to just give my thoughts on.
You had to get it out, right?
Yeah, because I mean, I'm gonna buy it. I definitely made that clear in the video. I am a part of the problem. That's fine, But
I feel like I have a very different take than I think a lot of people, and yourself included.
Okay, so
on the whole thing.
I mean, I'm not even gonna hate if you're down with it, because I'll say, hey, look, bottom line, silver lining, those facial animations are atrocious on Zero Dawn. No one can defend that. But I will say, other than the facial animations, I'm of the opinion that I think everything else looks very modern, looks like it doesn't need to be really touched up overall. But fair. Yeah, I feel you.
I feel like not to get too deep.
No, of course.
I think it's needed for a couple of reasons. One, if it adds the accessibility features that all the PlayStation Studio stuffs are getting, that is way more important to have people experience the first game in a brand new light, and I think that's well worth it. And yeah, granted, we don't need it, right? Because we're big Horizon fans. Horizon already has a PS5 patch. Yep. Right. So it's not gonna be like, I'm not gonna rush out and spend my money on it, even though I probably will. But I think it's needed for that audience, for like accessibility feature wise, and that's not something you could just add in a patch, right? You have to build all that from the ground up, and I think that's where most of it is coming from, in addition to like there is also a Horizon show coming.
Indeed.
And like
Indeed.
I've heard many times about people seeing the Last of Us HBO teaser and then playing part 1 and now becoming a fans and going into part 2, which is exactly why they did it. So like I it's got its own merits, but I completely understand it's still a recent game and a remake isn't entirely needed, but
Right. Yeah.
it's there.
All the pros you said are pros that like I definitely said in the video too. Like it's clear as day. And what is, to just touch on this quickly, and then we can go with the actual God of War podcast, right? But like,
Yeah.
what I was saying in the video is like I think the main, culprit here of this story is not that Horizon Zero Dawn is getting an improved version. That's not really the bad thing, right? The bad thing is I think how they're going to inevitably deliver this version, right? No way it's gonna be a free update, no shot. Judging by, and I could be really, optimistic, right? Which I tend to want to do first with PlayStation, right? Is
Absolutely,
that
yeah.
I think maybe this might end up being a Spider-Man remaster type of situation where it's like $20, right? Or however much. I think you have to buy the higher tier of Miles Morales to get it, right?
Yeah, it was the ultimate edition of Miles, then you got Spider-Man remastered.
Right. I'm cool with that. I feel like in my video, I definitely highlighted that, like, hey, if you have on your profile that you purchased Horizon Zero Dawn, I get that they don't want to give upgrades, or at least upgrade paths to people that redeemed on PS Plus, which I don't agree with. I think that if you got on PS Plus, you should also get a path, but I digress. If you bought it, right, from what their pattern has been in the past, $10 upgrade, if that's possible, but I feel like that's heavily unlikely because Last of Us Part 1 was number 3 on the charts this month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they're gonna do that 70, which I'm gonna buy, just because of our unique roles in the industry of covering PlayStation, right?
Exactly.
But
Yeah.
it is.
I also feel like we are so hungry for a PlayStation showcase that this would not be as big of an uproar as it has been. Imagine like if that rollout would be completely different. I think the reactions wouldn't be totally all over the place if we saw a Horizon remake in a showcase or in a state of play,
Okay.
and it wasn't leaked out and so soon to part 1. Because like, I feel like if we saw it, it would be a little bit less of a bitter pill to swallow.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair. Yeah. I just think that like I don't think they're gonna call this a remake. I think they're gonna call this a remaster. Like I wholeheartedly believe that. Like,
Absolutely.
if they call it a remake, I'll be pretty shocked if they really call it.
I
a
don't think they're
remake,
doing a ground from the ground.
There's
up
no
kind of
way
thing.
it's ground up. There's no way. There's no
way.
way it's ground up. There's just no way.
That's a long
Yeah.
a long development process.
Like, and hey, I was playing Forbidden West this week for the video. That game is fucking gorgeous. I got feelings about Forbidden West and how people talk about it. It's like, I just grinds my gears. You know what I'm saying? Just grinds my gears.
Yeah.
I don't think people really understand like how high quality of that game is.
For sure.
It just really just hurts my soul. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I've been talking for too long. What have you been playing or experiencing?
Yeah,
Kyle,
so
what
I
you
haven't
got?
been playing a whole bunch since we last sat down to do the Road to Ragnarok. Because as I mentioned, I went to Comic-Con on Friday and a Mets game on Saturday. But on the train ride to the city, I made the decision to start Bayonetta on Switch, Bayonetta 1, for the first time ever. And I say I made the decision because I immediately regretted it. Not that Bayonetta's bad.
Ooh.
Don't come for me, everybody.
Okay.
The fact that I was not prepared for how horny this game is. And me playing it on public transportation with families around me, probably not the best decision in the world.
Oh no. Oh dear. Oh no.
I don't know. Have you ever played Bayonetta, Kevin?
No, I have not.
So
I've like thought about it, but
I would say it's super fun to play. It's very stylish. It's very fluid. Gameplay is awesome. I have some issues with like the audio mix that I experience. It could just be me and my effed up hearing. I don't know. But the the story parts are just, you know, out of control, bonkers level, very old school Capcom levels of like, let's zoom in on the boobs and zoom in on
Damn,
you know,
for
the
real?
butts. So, yeah, so like there's a scene where Bayonetta is dressed as a nun, right, and she's praying, whatever, and then the angels come down, which are the enemies, and the angels come by and they slice the nun's clothes.
Okay.
And slice in very strategic areas of like, oh, slice in the arm, then the upper thigh, then across the chest, then across the ass, and you see a
Interesting.
little bit of everything, and then all of a sudden the clothes rip off, and then it's Bayonetta in the classic costume that we all know she wears. I'm like, huh, all right.
Interesting.
I understand now why everyone is so horny for Bayonetta,
Right.
and why it has gained this kind of like, you know, online thirst culture to it. I do want to play it on maybe docked or pick up the PS4 version with Vanquish, that bundle, whatever it was.
Vanquish is great. Excellent.
Vanquish is fantastic.
Vanquish goes hard.
It goes real hard.
Yes, sir.
Because I feel like I would enjoy it better with a traditional controller in front of me, not playing handheld on a Switch. But like I said, the gameplay is great. I need to really dig in more for the story per se, but it is very comic booky, you know, like bubble gum. Oh my god!
Wow.
Not that
Wow.
one. Whoa,
Look
whoa,
at that,
whoa,
guys.
whoa.
Yo, we having
Listen,
pauses. We
Bayonetta-
haven't.
Bayonetta's
Yo.
on the mind. I don't know what happened. It's like popcorn action flicky kind of stuff.
man.
So, yeah.
That was great. 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 That was a good time, man. That was a good time. That was a good time.
Man, I can't wait to wake up for the clip out of that on social media, Kevin.
I can't resist. You know, I might
man.
do it. I might do it.
That's fine.
We'll see. I might.
It's a good thing I don't teach anymore, because that would be a problem.
I should have. Yeah, I should maybe ask you before I.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. I don't know if I'll ever like play Bayonetta. Like, I mean, I know Bayonetta 3 is coming out end of October,
Yeah.
right? I think that's coming up soon.
That's why I wanted to play it, just to see, like, I mean, we have it on our trophy room fantasy critic team, and we're hoping for a high score, obviously, and traditionally it's done pretty well critically. I just wanted to see what the hype is all about, why everyone is excited, and like, what a weird thing for Nintendo to be like, you know what? Let's lock down Bayonetta.
Yeah, right.
Out of all like the IP, Bayonetta just does not scream Nintendo to me. That it is like it's like in the old school video stores behind the beaded curtain. That's where Bayonetta is in the Nintendo catalog, where the adults can go and play the games. It's a weird choice, I feel like.
I do want to play that. I forget what the full name of it is, because it was on that State of Play that I talked about earlier in the show. What was it? It was something Eve. What's that new game?
Yeah.
What's that game called?
It was Project Eve.
It was Project E, but now it has a full name. I forget what the full name is, but that looks very like Bayonetta-esque in like,
yes,
I like, at least in its combat, you know, you can say a thing or two about the character.
Same vibes for sure.
Yeah, you can say a thing or two about the character model, you know, of the woman that you're playing, right? But
Stellar Blade.
Great. That's also a good fucking name too.
That's a great
I
name.
almost said Parasite Eve. I'm like, it's not Parasite Eve, Kev. It's not. No,
but
that's not.
That's what I think everyone thought when we first saw it, because they kept talking about Eve. It's like, oh, they're doing it.
Yeah, that was good. That was good though. But
yeah.
Run me through, this New York Comic Con. Never been to a Comic Con.
You never been to a Comic Con? So
been.
New York Comic Con every October in the Jacob Javits Center in Manhattan. It was the first time I've been since 2019, obviously because of the pandemic.
Of course.
And it was weird to be back. I went on a Friday. Thursdays are usually the day to go, just because not a whole lot of people go, because it's literally still in the work week. and I thought it was packed. Maybe it's just me not used to big crowds still, but it was like, the people bumping into you and not watching where they're walking, and like me getting pissed off. Like, come on, man, you don't see me? It's real hard to not see me. I'm a big guy walking the halls of this con. But I didn't go see any panels. I didn't do any like special things. I didn't take a whole lot of pictures. I literally just went to see the booths and try to like pick up some cool stuff. Bought a lot of things for my nieces because I want to get them into reading a little bit more. So I bought them some like graphic novels and whatnot. And it was good to be back on the show floor, even though some of my favorite booths weren't there. Like Dark Horse Comics weren't really there. Sideshow's collectibles weren't there because I love seeing those statues and whatnot. But it's literally huge, Kevin. It's like 6 football fields.
You're lying. Are you serious?
Maybe 6 is a little much, but it is ginormous. Of how many booths are there. And then downstairs are like Artist Alley. I got to meet Nerf Alice.
Yeah, I saw that.
In person.
I saw that on Twitter. Yeah, I saw that.
Alice is amazing. I got her Miles Morales print I bought from her, and she gave me the Last of Us Ellie print she did.
I'm like 90% sure that Nerf Alice did the artwork for Unlocking Kingdom Hearts.
Kingdom Hearts probably.
I think it was. I'm like 90% sure. I'm pretty sure it was her.
I know Cam is friends with her as well, so that doesn't shock me.
I think it was her. Which
that's
she's
dope super talented.
Yeah. It's good art. It's good art.
My favorite booth. The only thing that I bought for myself, Kev, and I don't know. I forget. Am I older than you? I'm in my 30s. Are you in your 30s?
Yeah. No, I'm 24.
You're not. Okay, yeah, so I'm way older than you. You're a baby. There's a booth selling bootleg Blu-rays.
Ooh.
And I was like, ooh, let me see what they got. They had every Netflix Marvel show. They had Apple TV Plus shows. They had Hulu shows. Like,
damn, just to buy?
Just there to buy. I could have bought Stranger Things season 4 on Blu-ray.
Holy shit.
Or like What We Do in the Shadows and whatnot. But I was more interested in, they had like old school cartoons and stuff.
That's hard.
That like, like gargoyles or street sharks or stuff like that. So I ended up picking up, do you remember Animorphs?
That's the book, right? Yeah.
That's the book, but there was a TV show.
Oh, there's a show. I didn't even know that.
With Shawn Ashmore, Iceman from X-Men.
Oh.
So I got that, the complete series. And then 2 of my favorite game shows of all time, I had to. Legends of the Hidden Temple, every episode.
Fire.
Yeah.
Fire.
You have
show.
To, right? I need to teach my nieces, like, listen, this is how you not do the Silver Monkey in case you ever need to.
That's
because everyone always messed that up. And then, of course, like Nickelodeon Arcade. I don't know if you're familiar with Nickelodeon Arcade.
This one I'm not. This one I'm not.
Oh my God. It was a game show of 2 teams of 2 of kids, and you answer trivia questions, and then they go play arcade games for points. And then the final, Final Jeopardy or Running in the Temple, Legends in the Temple. But in that version, they went against a green screen and they were playing in an actual arcade video game.
Oh.
And like collecting points and stuff.
Okay.
It's awesome. Like
that sounds tight.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, that was New York Comic Con, and then Saturday I went to the Mets game, watched them win the only game postseason, and now they're out. And now my heart's broken, but it's fine. Whatever. I'm used to it as a Mets fan.
Yeah, I have my in real life homies, right? And my cousins in both of those groups, right? But then I have a separate Discord group, right? That like are where like, hey, when I'm editing, I go into there, we talk, whatever, shoot up, and like they're really into baseball, right? And there's some diehard Mets fans in there, so like I see, through the I see what's going on.
Got real bad Sunday night.
It's quite interesting. Hey, I just be minding my own business. Just I'm either playing the game or I'm just editing. You know what I'm saying? I'll chime in here and there.
Yeah,
yeah. That was
it's all right. It was a great overall year for him, but I have faith.
Zendaya lied. Have you seen that meme?
I haven't.
It was from No Way Home, where Zendaya's talking to Peter Peter, Tom Holland, yeah,
Yeah.
in the movie, whatever, they're on like FaceTime, and like Zendaya's like, yeah, like I think the Mets are gonna go all the way this year, and
Oh.
like people have been using that meme. Oh man, good times.
That hurts.
Good times. Good times.
Yeah. What about you though, Kev? What have you been playing?
I waited a few days because obviously the servers were kind of poo poo due to DDoS attacks and such for Overwatch 2. Got in. I want to say I maybe played like around like maybe like 2-3 hours or so of Overwatch 2. Back in 2016, I was a big fan of Overwatch. Definitely enjoyed it a lot, but haven't played since I want to say 2018. Maybe.
Okay.
It's been a while, just kind of just dipped out, what I'm saying? And like I was never like a diehard like Overwatch fan, but like I really, really enjoyed it. And it's one of the and it was one of those games where like if I wasn't covering PlayStation games, I'd probably be like diehard into that game. You know what I'm saying? But it just is what it is, right?
Yeah.
I have other interests in gaming, right? So Overwatch 2, played a little bit. Definitely still enjoying it, but like it's definitely Overwatch. Like it's very much like I feel like it's even closer to the original Overwatch than like Destiny and Destiny 2. At least Destiny 2 like kind of felt different. Just like a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
If I'm not mistaken, Overwatch 2 is essentially Overwatch 1, but instead of 6-on-6, it's 5v5.
Yeah, it's 5v5. There are some differences in their character kits and like what each character has. I know there's some role changes where like I think is his name Doomfist? I think his name is Doomfist.
Yes, that sounds about right.
Yeah, Doomfist I think used to be a damage player, but now he's a tank now. Like they like changed some stuff around with the roster and everything. They added I think 3 or 4 new characters as well. Free to play as well, battle pass system, what I'm saying, all that.
Does having the one less player on each side, does that change up the gameplay like a whole lot? Or
Yeah.
does it still feel like Overwatch?
Yeah, I wish I was like the right person to ask for this. I just feel like I haven't spent a lot of time in Overwatch lately to answer that in a full way, but I could tell you that like I was definitely still enjoying it, and like there was like a really nice flow that like I kind of see like if Blizzard was going for, I get where like we have one tank, right? And having two healers and 2 attackers, like I feel like it's an interesting like triangle balance of the team where like the tank is very precious. Let's make sure we're taking care of the tank, and the healers are just really like supporting just us damage. But I'm a damage player. I'm a his new name is not McCree anymore. Cassidy. I'm definitely a Cassidy player, definitely a Soldier 76 player, what I'm saying? Somebody call me a noob for that, it is what it is.
It's fine.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is, right? Like definitely like I'm a damage player.
They're in the game for a reason, right?
Yeah, like definitely I'm a damage player. Definitely I'd say out of the 2, Soldier 76 maybe more so. But it was just a lot of fun, but like definitely, at least even from someone that hasn't played a lot of Overwatch 1 lately, definitely it's just Overwatch. But I feel like I'm very intrigued to see how this free to play model goes for them. You know what I'm saying? I think I leveled up in the battle pass like 3 to like level 3 maybe in my 2 or so hours of it. You know what I'm saying? So probably you could say maybe like a little bit of a slow burn, but I think it's working. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm definitely enjoying it, and like I definitely want to jump back in and play. Like there is that for sure. So I definitely enjoyed it, and like it's nice to have like another backup multiplayer game. When COD kind of just eases up on me. Because like definitely I'll be a Monster 2 for like a few weeks when the game comes out in late October for sure, right? But it's cool to know that hey, I have Overwatch 2 now that I can also dab into and have fun with that. And yeah, good stuff.
Sweet.
But as it pertains to this show,
Yeah.
I have started my God of War playthrough, ladies and gentlemen. First time I'm playing it in 60 frames. There is that, right? Because as I recalled on last episode, I played God of War 2018 and 2020 during lockdown and everything as my stream series where I was streaming hella because we had nothing else to fucking do. And the 60 frames patch for PS5 came out like a month after I finished, right? So I'm like, okay, cool. 60 frames can be a great way to, have a different take on this game, right? But I did another thing as well, which I definitely want to hear your thoughts on, right? I almost went with Gimme God of War. But then I was like, okay.
If people aren't familiar, what is that?
That's the hardest difficulty in God of War. And like,
okay.
I've heard many people say, hey, for your first play, I mean, you can't do it for your first playthrough because it's locked, I believe. But
it's similar to Last of Us and Grounded. Like,
yes,
you can't go straight to Grounded back in the
precisely. Yeah, it's the grounded version of like God of War. Yeah. So I almost went with that, but then I was like, you know what? When you play Grounded with Last of Us, at certain points it was a little bit more frustrating than fun, right? Like at like certain points, I feel like the game kind of cheats you, right?
Sure.
Kudos to y'all that play. Hey, kudos to y'all play Grounded. Kudos to y'all play Grounded. Give me God of War. I give you all the praise. You know what I'm saying? But combination of that and like, hey, we're on a little bit of a time thing here. You know what I'm saying? I just want to make sure I'm able to beat the game, and like I am doing a very thorough playthrough this time, right? Like I'm doing a lot more of the side content than that I didn't do my first go around and stuff like that. So I went with the one tier below, which I think is I think it's just called hard, or is it called something, or
I'll look it up.
I forgot what the called. Yeah, it's right below Gimme God of War. What a game, y'all!
Right?
What a fucking game!
Give me a challenge.
Give me a challenge. Yeah, that yes. Give me a challenge. That is what it's called. Definitely a challenge, but I feel like it's allowing me to see the gameplay combat with God of War in like a whole new light, bro. Like I have a newfound appreciation in the same way that when I played Last of Us Part 1, I played that on hard, whatever's below grounded as well, right? Like I did a similar thing, and I found a new appreciation for Last of Us combat, right? That I hadn't had when you played normal, right? I'm having the same thing here with Give Me a Challenge. Like I think that I will go straight to the difficulty mode with Ragnarok. I think I might do that, honestly, because once you really get in tune with the combat system, again, once you get comfortable with that, once you get comfortable with like how you're able to do different combos and different abilities, like I'm personally not finding the game that hard. I'm just finding it to be like a really, like I said, like a really nice challenge. You know what I'm saying? And this game is fucking phenomenal, man. Like you gotta be fucking kidding. God damn.
I'm very
I'm
excited
forgetting, bro.
back.
I'm forgetting how good. Dude, I'm forgetting how good it is. And like I just played it in 2020, but like yo, it's just so fucking good, man. Like I'm so excited to go on this journey. And like I just beat the dragon, right? And I forgot that the dragon was so close to the elevator. I didn't realize that happened like right back to back from each other. I don't know why, but I totally forgot that. But yeah, I'm just having a newfound appreciation for like even the pace of this game so far, right? Granted, so far, I know there is that third act where it does kind of, overstay its welcome a little bit for sure. But nah, I mean, I'm loving this game, man. And I literally can't wait for Ragnarok, man. And like, just the performances in this game, the combat is great. I'm loving all the lore that I'm getting now. You know what also really just like was like wow. You know those like wooden like pantry type looking things that you open and they have the different stories and stuff like that.
Yep.
The first one you get in this game is Ragnarok. Not fully, but like it's the two wolves. I did it in my God of War breakdown video. Skull and Hati, them chasing the sun and moon, and stuff like that. Which like once they devour the sun and moon, that's one of the signs of Ragnarok is gonna happen, right? And like we see that in the Ragnarok trailer.
Yeah,
we see. I think it's Skull chase the sun or Hati. Yeah, I think Skull chase the sun. We like see that. And it's just like, fuck, man. And like in a similar vein that, in Horizon Zero Dawn, they brought up a lot about the Forbidden West. A lot of people brought up the Forbidden West. You can hear it all over. And Forbidden West, you hear burning shores. You know what I'm saying? That might be a little something, you know what I'm saying? But like, I didn't realize that it's a very similar thing with Ragnarok, like wholeheartedly. Like it's exactly the same way where in God of War 2018, there's a lot of references to Ragnarok and like, you know, even maybe not directly, but like things like when Kratos says like, when I cut down that tree, right? And maybe this is not related to Ragnarok, but like I feel like it still might be. Like Kratos says that he agrees with Atreus' sense that like something changed, like something's happening, like something is not right, you know,
Something's
in this
set in
realm.
motion,
Yeah, like we have done something here, and like we are doing something here that is going to be bigger and bigger, and like I just can't wait when I see Mimir again, when we go back to hell, when like, you know, I see Zeus again, Athena, like, yo, God of War is a fucking masterpiece. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, it's just like, yo.
It really is.
No, it's like it's astonishing. Like, I'm over here really like, okay, I want to have a real thought process once I beat God of War and really think like, you just played Last of Us Part 1. You would call that 100% bar none masterpiece.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
I think there's a part of me that's like, shit, do I like God of War more? You know what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I don't know if I feel that. I mean, I don't know yet.
It's going to be. Here's what excites me a lot, and it's not comparing just, you know, Last of Us Part 1 and God of War 2018. It's going to be the discussions of the Last of Us saga.
Okay.
God of War saga.
I'm with that.
Right? Because they are both 2 parts. They both have 2 parts that continue the story. So like which complete story as we see it? Like, yeah, like,
oh, it's gonna be good.
In my eyes, in my mind, haven't played Ragnarok yet. Those are 3 masterpieces right there. So like, how nitpicky, like what are we going to point out? Like, how are we going to take them down a couple pegs from their pedestals of these like immaculate games? And that's what excites me is seeing them as a complete story. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, do you think we're getting a part 3 for Last of Us? Because like I do.
Oh man, I don't know if we get a part 3 with the same characters. I could see them going somewhere else.
Oh, I kind of.
I could be wrong. I also am totally fine with them never going back.
Because like I just think about Neil Druckmann always, you know, being very consistent, and like Last of Us is about Joel and Ellie, so it does make it awkward and a little bit complicated how we're gonna do a Joel and Ellie story in part 3. I trust Neil to figure it out. I definitely do.
I think it would just turn into Abby. I don't think we get Ellie.
Oh, 100%.
Like, maybe even at all.
Oh, I think we gotta get.
I would love, you know, yeah, I would,
okay,
but that's for
yeah, that's a whole nother that's road to part 3. But
how good was it? I mean, again, you just recently played it in 2020,
right?
I haven't played God of War since 2018.
Oh,
I know. I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
Because 60 frames alone, bro. Oh man, you'll know.
How satisfying was it just calling the axe back again for the first time? Again, right? Like, is that not the coolest thing in games?
It feels good.
It feels so good, bar none.
And it's gonna feel better with the DualSense, alright?
Oh,
you're gonna be fucked up, bro. And like, yo, this isn't, bro. Like, this isn't even a PS5 version of this game.
Yeah,
that's what has me like tripped up. Like, bro, look, listen. Okay, look. I it's just been on my mind. I just got listen. I know that yes, this is a PlayStation channel. You know what I'm saying? And I really don't mean this in like not like an ill begot, like I don't mean to be a dick, right?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
But like, let's just keep it honest, bro. Like, can we just keep it honest for just a second? You know what I'm saying?
100%, yeah.
Like, this game came out in 2018. Okay. Other than PlayStation games, what is rivaling this? Like, let's just keep it a stack. Let's just keep it a little bit of a stack. You know? I'm just impressed at the quality of this.
Yeah.
and how good it looks. And like all the PS5 patch did for this game was it uncapped the frame rate to 60 frames on the fidelity mode of the PS4 version, right? Mm-hmm. And like, bro, it looks incredible. Like, bro, I'm having a great time.
The only other examples I can come up with are other PlayStation games. So like, I don't even know if that's even a fair comparison there.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, we all know what's not being said, but we all know what's going down.
Yeah.
You know, let's just,
Absolutely.
you know what I'm saying? I don't think I have to say it. And it's just like, you know, I'm really don't mean to be rude, but like, let's just keep it $150. Like, we have games that came out in 2022, 2021 that don't look nothing like God of War 2018, man. On a PS4? Come on, man. Yeah, so God of War, I'm very much enjoying it. Cannot wait to see how, like, and that we're so close to our first news story as well. You know what? Let's get right into it.
Let's do it.
News here. God of War Ragnarok is as close as ever, guys. It has officially gone gold. This was tweeted a mere 2 days after we recorded, I
I would
think,
say even
something like
hours.
that. Yo, it was
really close.
Yeah, it was very, 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 very close. I'll just read the tweet because why not? You know, we always love a nice Tony Santa Monica tweet. They say here, quote, "We are thrilled to announce that hashtag God of War Ragnarok has gone gold. On behalf of Santa Monica Studios and all of our partners, thank you to the fans for supporting us over the course of development. We're almost to launch and can't wait for you to play on November 9th. We have this beautiful splash screen. We have a gold type thing, which, you know, I think is cool for the gold because it low-key calls back to Faye and how, you know, she had her gold markings across God of War 2018, stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Which that also is another thing that I have a theory, it's out, that I think that Faye's in Ragnarok to some degree. And like there's the lines in 2018, bro, where like I think they're gonna do it. I don't know how, but I think we're gonna see Faye. But we'll see, bro. We'll see.
Okay. All right.
And the big thing here that I wanted to take note of was that not only do we have Sony Santa Monica, of course, here for the top billing of God of War Ragnarok, but we have a bunch of different other studios that are in PlayStation first party, some of them, and others that I've honestly never heard of as well. But the two that stick out to me the most are that Blue Point, and Valkyrie Entertainment, newly acquired recently. I think it was this year, I believe, or maybe last year with Valkyrie, but they both assisted on God of War Ragnarok, which is cool to see. You know, cool to see a little synergy within the PlayStation first party and stuff like that. There's also Creative Arts, which we did a little bit of digging before we started recording, but we believe that this could be the visual arts group that was supposed to be making Last of Us Remake as well, part 1, I mean. So yeah, I'm just cool that
As far as we can find, yeah. What I really love about this, other than like, the game is ready for us to be played. It's ready to be played by us, you know?
So close.
The thing that's cool about this is like, they have all the studios that helped out. Like, it isn't just a Santa Monica is done with this game and it's gone gold. No, they are acknowledging all the other teams that have helped out.
Right.
And I love where they're giving credit where it's credit's due. We had a brief conversation beforehand of like, before recording, you got to give credit to people who do their work because it's super important. And I love all these little studios getting a little bit of shine from what is arguably one of the biggest releases of the year. And it's going to do a great deal of good for everyone there at the bottom.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're so close, man. 28 days, man.
So close.
28 days, bro. God damn. But going into topic of the show here, of course, for episode 2 of Road to Ragnarok. What is God of War Ragnarok? What is God of War Ragnarok? Right. So obviously, you know, the game's out yet, so we don't have a ton of info on it, of course. But we do have enough here to just run down some bullet points from a Push Square FAQ, link below in the description if you want to follow along with us as well and really get more context, because I bet we're not going to go through every single bullet point here on the FAQ, but it is a very extensive FAQ on Push Square. Big fan of Push Square, by the way. Shout out to them. Really, really love the Push Square website. I use it a ton, at least for my content, you know. Big fan. But I think, you know what? I I feel like I'm talking for too much, Kyle. If you're comfortable with it, would you do the honors of reading the story synopsis? This is from the PlayStation Store. All right.
Absolutely.
I know there's leaks out there.
Please be careful, everybody.
I've been doing my I've been dodging left and right. You know, I haven't felt the need to mute words on Twitter. I probably screwed myself saying that right now.
Yeah.
You know, but we'll see. We'll see.
I don't think I spoke about it on the first episode of how the 2018 got spoiled for me.
It did.
Like, really bad. Yeah. So I was an admin for the Kind of Funny Facebook group, and somebody created a Facebook profile and changed their name to the big ending reveal.
No.
And friended everybody, and I was like, who is this person? And then when you really read it closely, then it clicked, and I was fucking furious.
No.
I was so mad.
No.
So far I'm good with Ragnarok. Nothing has happened. I'm knocking on wood right now.
Absolutely.
Let's hope it doesn't happen.
I do want to quickly ask you, were you spoiled from part 2? Last was part 2?
Yeah, thanks GameStop.
Damn, no, with GameStop.
There was a Funko Pop, and there were some reviews at the. I went to pre-order the Funko Pop, and
in the reviews,
and a customer left a review like, "Where's the golf club?" And then I was like, "Uh-oh."
Listen, I took heavy precautions, and I was able to make it.
Like,
I was able to make it. It was tough.
Still didn't that scene still hurt. Like it didn't affect my enjoyment at all. But yeah, it was a bummer. People suck.
I was starting every stream with, listen, if you're here and you're a mod, help me, please. Okay, we need to. I understand that I'm putting y'all in danger, but if y'all can please, because I'm trying to stream this game, I want to get like my fresh takes in this game. You know what I'm saying? But please don't spoil God of War Ragnarok, please.
Yeah, don't do that. Story synopsis for God of War Ragnarok is as follows. From Santa Monica Studio comes the sequel to the critically acclaimed God of War 2018. The synopsis begins. Fimbulwinter is well underway. Kratos and Atreus must journey to each of the 9 realms in search of answers as guardian forces prepare for a prophesized battle that will end the world. Along the way, they will explore stunning mythical landscapes and face fearsome enemies in the form of Norse gods and monsters. The threat of Ragnarok grows ever closer. Kratos and Atreus must choose between their own safety and the safety of the realms.
Insane.
Woo-wee.
Insane, baby. Insane.
Hey, Kev, what's why is Ragnarok a big deal?
In like the Norse mythology?
Yeah. Because I can read it straight from the FAQ if you would like.
But I mean, you're reading from the FAQ.
Yeah, I'm reading from the FAQ.
By all means, because you're there quicker than me. Go ahead.
God of War Ragnarok. What is Ragnarok, in case you're wondering? In Norse mythology, Ragnarok is the name given to a battle so fierce that it destroys the world. The gods of Asgard go to war against the giants of Jotunheim. Prophecies say it is inevitable and will result in the death of many key figures as well as cataclysmic natural disasters. It's a big deal. In other words, and in this game, Kratos and Atreus are attempting to stop it from happening. Things are about to go down.
I have not started a 6-hour audiobook, right? That is the latest retelling of Ragnarok, right? From like the real Norse myth and all that. And you know what? I should just look it up right now. Because it's on my phone. It's a popular it's the most like popular like current like re-edition of Ragnarok. It's what Corey Barlog used to research for these games and everything. And where is it? Okay, it's called Norse Mythology. Neil Gaiman is the author.
Neil Gaiman's great.
Okay, so you are familiar with him? What has he done?
Yeah, Neil Gaiman has written The Sandman, which is the Netflix show now.
Okay.
He's done some other things that I can't think of off the top of my head, but he's super well known.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. So he wrote Norse mythology, which like tells like a very like narrative angle you know, where you take all the info from Norse mythology and like how like, you know, it might not be in the best language to just like directly translate it, right? But he's already done that for us, and like I want to read it up, but I've watched an extensive amount of different breakdown videos of like what's supposed to happen with Ragnarok, right? And like one of the things that the FAQ brings up is those, you know, cataclysmic like weather events and like the natural disasters, which if you watch my breakdown of one of the Game Informer clips, there's a very brief moment where we don't hear Atreus say this, but in the subtitles, Atreus is talking to Kratos and Mimir about how like, oh, like, is Svartalheim having these like earthquakes like in Midgard or like something like that? Like he brings up the notion of earthquakes, right? So that's definitely going down here. I know some other things off the top of the dome is that like spoilers for God of War 2018 right now, the end bit that Kyle just brought up, but yeah. I'll like raise my hand, whatever. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you hear it, you already know the game. But in the real myth, Loki is supposed to fight Heimdall. Right? Which I only know Heimdall really from from the MCU.
Exactly.
But he is actually the gatekeeper to Asgard. Asgard? That's home of the gods, right? Yeah. Asgard. Yeah. So like he is supposed to warn them, you know, of the army that Loki's supposed to summon. So like I know that Loki's supposed to summon an army from hell, and he's supposed to team up with both the ice and the fire giants along with the undead to assault Asgard. So it's a big battle between the gods and Loki's forces and everything. And like I don't know how they can do this in the game too, but like Loki's supposed to also have a thing where when he's in hell, he gets captured and like poison is supposed to drip onto his head. And then I think it's Angerboda, maybe that could be totally wrong, but like someone else is supposed to be holding like a wooden cup to stop it. But when she goes to dump it every time, like it drips onto his face, stuff like that. Right. So there could be things of like Atreus' face might get fucked up. Right. I think they will go back to hell and raise an army. That seems logical. But like, I'm just curious to see what are they gonna like twist, you know, for this specific story, right?
Yeah, I there's still so many questions from what I remember after I was done with 2018 and things like. I know you've done the same and you just do this naturally, and as do I. Like. And when you beat a game that you really, really love, you seek out like every spoiler cast and review. And
yes,
just
sir.
like, so like I remember seeing or watching Corey go on Kind of Funny and Easy Allies to just talk about the game in depth and whatnot, and him being like, yeah, no, there are a lot of hints in 2018 that we have laid down for the future that will be answered or whatnot. So like, why is the world serpent look a little bit like Kratos?
Yeah, like, I want to do. Thank you for saying that. No, go ahead.
Why in mythology, like, isn't the world serpent Loki's dad, or like Loki's the world serpent's dad, or something like that? Like,
I think it's Loki's son. Am I wrong?
Something like that. Like,
because I know Fenrir is also Loki's son. Fenrir.
So like, what? There's some like that stuff intrigues me. And are they actually gonna go full on in with the mythology, or are they going to like show some what's the word I'm looking for? Be a little bit more tact with it and choose to not like go full hard in mythology kind of thing. Yeah.
I mean, hey, there's been research that I definitely need to do, but there's been a lot of speculation about like, will this game deal with time travel, which I'm personally down for because God of War 2, that was all about time. The whole fucking game is time travel. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like so. Like,
are the Valkyries coming back? Right? Like, are you? Like, we got hints of them, right?
No. In the trailer, there's they fight
some Valkyries fighting.
They fight two Valkyries, yeah, for sure.
What it looks like they were on the Bifrost fighting in space.
That's what I thought, but you know what? I dug up in my research too. There's also speculation that like, because I thought it was Bifrost, 100%, right?
Yeah.
But there's some thought that like that could be the realm No, like the spaces between the realms, which
Ooh, I like
because
that. Okay.
in the real myth, like the realms, due to the natural disasters, there's supposed to be cracks in them, which are making
Okay.
things bleed into other realms and stuff like that, right? Which
Okay.
I think that could still make sense because
Yeah,
it's, I
absolutely.
mean, because it's clearly stated. I mean, honestly, I don't know, because in the in the Norse myth, at least how it's described, it seems like all the realms are somewhat like separated with space, right? Like you know what I'm saying? But in God of War 2018, as we know, they all exist in the same space and they exist upon top of each other. So maybe
Yeah.
that's the same. Maybe they're saying the same thing in a way. Maybe we can still have bleed in between the different realms, right? And like,
Yeah, absolutely.
but there's, yeah, long story short, like there's speculation that like that could either be the Bifrost, right, area, or that could be the in between cracks of the realms, and Kratos and Atreus fall in one of the cracks, and like, yeah, cool as fuck, man. God damn.
It's so cool.
So
Like,
cool.
and I think another very interesting wrinkle that we're getting in Ragnarok is like we're gonna get the Norse God of War
Tyr, our boy.
tier.
Yes. Oh my god.
And
Let's fucking go.
what is his role? Because he is like heavily featured in the trailers.
Indeed.
What is he gonna be a mentor to Kratos and be like, this is how you should have done it, or is he gonna be like Ares and screw him over at the end? Like,
Oof, man. Here's what I do know with my research, which I'm very glad I did these breakdowns before I did this podcast.
Yeah,
But like
uh-huh.
in Alfheim, there's a collectible that you find that I think it's at the end of the game actually. I don't think it's during the playthrough because I was trying to find it and I couldn't find it. But I know it exists. There's a collectible that the Light Elves write where the Light Elves are searching for Tyr. Like that's like one of their main things because they believe that Tyr can end the war of the Light Elves and Dark Elves for good and establish peace amongst Alfheim and all the elves, and they can all live in peace, right?
Okay.
So, but what's interesting too is that like while I was playing, I'm like, well, if Tyr is the god of war for the Norse mythology, right? And he is being sought out after by the Light Elves to establish a peace type of thing, right? You know,
Yeah.
okay, I guess it makes sense because I was thinking like in God of War 2018, we bring back the light of Alfheim. So the God of War is meant to establish the light in Alfheim and bring peace to it, right? A God of War did do that, but it's the wrong God of War. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what like I'm trying, like as I'm playing 2018, I'm like, okay, like I'm seeing some things like, okay, like this is an interesting thing that's going on here. Like now that I have this knowledge, I'm like, okay. And also it's very clear in 2018 that yeah, like from the jump, Atreus can talk to animals. That's facts. Like it's very clear.
Yeah. Yes.
It's very clear. It's very clear. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's like, oh, clear as day. Like there's multiple occasions in the first few hours. But yeah, no, but like what is Tyr's role? That's something that I still need to do research on for sure. That's gonna be probably its own video for sure, because like I need to talk about Anger Boda as well. I don't fully know her role. I know that she's Loki's wife in Norse mythology, I believe.
That's from what I know.
I think.
Of. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's
Or love
interesting.
interest at least.
Yeah, love interest for sure. So like that's intriguing. What's her role, right? You know,
Like,
yeah.
there's so many moving pieces.
there's a
There's
lot.
so many.
No, there's a
Like,
lot.
you
There's
have-
a lot.
You have Tyr, obviously Thor. We know that there's gonna be a big battle between Kratos and Thor. Is Odin the chess master? Like he the
Yes.
puppet master controlling
yeah.
everything? And
Oh yeah. Yeah.
oh man,
Yeah.
I have a, and of course there's Freya, right? Like she is still not happy.
Bro,
You
there's
know?
so much shit to deal with,
There's
bro. No,
I'm
I
just
forgot the
trying to
Freya
think,
thing.
like, I'm trying to think from like set piece, like boss battles, right? We're 100% going to fight Freya. We're 100% going to fight Thor.
Yeah.
I could even see us doing a God of War versus God of War, Tyr versus Kratos eventually.
Oh man, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. They
And like,
they
and
gonna be
is Odin
beefing?
the Zeus, right? Like, is Odin
Yes.
the final boss? It's got to be, right?
I would wager, yeah. Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. I mean, granted, we haven't done the bets and predictions episode yet. We do have that planned for sure because there's a lot to predict in this game and a lot to bet on. I have a bet that Thor will be analogous to the Baldur fight in God of War 2018, and we will get Thor's hammer to use throughout the game.
Oh, yes.
Because if we have Leviathan Axe for ice, Blades of Chaos for fire,
Fire.
Thor's hammer of Mjolnir for lightning, right? You know, like I think that's almost like a safe bet. And like people think that like I'm crazy for that, but I'm like, guys, like I don't think that we're only gonna wield those two weapons again. Like, come on, guys.
And
Like,
honestly,
come on.
if you really just at a technical level,
Okay, what's up?
they already know how to call back a weapon.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, motherfuckers.
So,
yes, we
like,
do,
it
motherfuckers.
just kinda-
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
It kind of matches up.
Yes, we do. Yes, sir.
That would be so cool. That'd be
Yes,
sick.
sir. I was a dummy. like legit a month ago and was like, oh, like, is Kratos worthy? Like I thought like that was real, like myth, you know, like that was really part of it, but no, it's not. No, it's not. No, it's not.
That's an easy mistake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's probably nothing more to talk about, but like just just really easy facts about it in case you're wondering. November 9th, as we've been saying before, it's on a Wednesday, Odin's Day, right? Definitely be wary of that. That's a deliberate choice that they have confirmed. That's why it's coming out on Wednesday. PS4 and PS5. And once again, predictions episode definitely for like how this game looks on PS4, right? But you know, on the FAQ, they're citing things like, of course, reduced load times, enhanced visuals, multiple video options. I'm assuming haptic feedback, it's another trigger for DualSense support through the audio, activity cards, and such like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I have heard at least a lot of like my friends, like in real life, they're like, and they play God of War 2018, and they're still waiting to get a PS5 to play Ragnarok. You know?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
very
that's fair, but also like we both know just how good the PS4 was at the end
Facts.
of its life cycle.
Facts.
Ghost of Tsushima, Last of Us Part 2.
Facts.
Those games look incredible on PS4.
God of War is one, but Part 2 is another one for me too, where it's like,
Yeah, man.
it doesn't make fucking sense, bro.
Nope.
It doesn't make
Not
any sense,
at
bro.
all.
It doesn't make sense, man. I'm telling
Yeah.
you.
So PS4 is not like a throwaway thing. It's not. It's still pretty powerful. I feel like Sony knows how to squeeze every last juice out of it.
Yeah. That's what they can do.
So the PS4 port here, and even Forbidden West, right?
Yep.
Like that still looked great. Miles Morales still looked great. It just looks better and runs better in PS5, but you're not gonna miss much. I feel like, you know.
Definitely intrigued.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Digital Foundry. I don't know about you.
Every once in a while.
I love me a good Digital Foundry, bro. I just love that, man. I just eat it up, man. I just that's when I make a nice filet mignon. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm ready to feast. You know what I'm saying?
I gotcha. Yeah.
There is no free upgrade, by the way. Speaking of PS4, if you jump to PS5, $10 fee, pay up. All right, pay up or get done up. All right, pay up. All right. Sony wants that $10. Okay. There's no confirmation of them supporting a save data transfer, but Push Square is saying it's pretty likely. I would say also pretty likely. Like I would be shocked if there's no save. There's going to be a save transfer thing for sure. Absolutely. We now know this from a it wasn't Jim Ryan.
Herman Hulst?
Herman Hulst, thank you. Yeah. With the Herman Hulst interview recently that they want to space out a year from initial release of PS5 to PC. So you can probably count on next fall, God of War Ragnarok coming to PC, right?
Yeah.
Which there's that. If you are a PC person and want to wait. I know my brother, he is a PC gamer, but he has a PS5 and he's deliberately holding on to his PS5 for Ragnarok. Like he's like one of those where he's like, no, like I can't wait. Like, come on now. I'm like,
yeah, no.
Good man.
A full year of dodging spoilers. Oh,
yeah.
I can't.
Oh,
imagine.
can you the spoilers for this game? Fuck, man. Here we go. God damn. Standard edition, $70. Ooh, I think you got a collector's edition, right? Like
I did. I
Yeah.
got I got the big boy.
the Jotnar edition. Is that what it is?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Comes with Thor's hammer.
Yeah, I got the Mjolnir. I got the
map.
vinyl. I got the carvings to go along with the ones from the original game. I don't know. You probably can't tell, but I got them behind me.
Oh, it's right there.
Top shelf is all God of War.
Hell yeah.
I have a signed picture of Freya from the actress.
Oh, that's hype.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
hype.
I'm going to need a full other one for
That's fire.
Ragnarok.
That's fire, bro. I would love for Christopher Judge to sign this axe. You know, that'd be
yes.
that'd be just delightful. You know what I'm saying? That'd be just fantastic.
What an amazing human. You're right.
What a fucking man.
Do you agree with me
What's
in
up?
the God of War movie? Just let Christopher Judge be Kratos.
100%. But
Okay.
yeah, no, I mean, like, I'm down, but like, I'm just concerned, like, you know, we heard like during this development of this game, he had some physical health issues, right? So like,
Fair.
you know, like, I can see if, you know, he's not the right guy, but I wish, bro.
Yeah.
I wish, man. That'd be the one. They'll probably do some dumb shit and like cast the Rock, which like,
Chris Pratt.
come boy.
Boy.
Read boy. The story, we already kind of went through that, you know, all the story points we got there. Do you need to play previous God of War games to understand the story? They say probably the correct answer, right? Which is probably play 2018, right?
Yeah.
But we'll gotta say, listen, if you got ample time, okay, let's say you're a youngin', right? Let's say you're a wee lad, have a lot of disposable time at your hands, you know what I'm saying? Don't have a full-time job, perhaps, you know what I'm saying? Don't have
Bills are
bills.
not a thing you have to worry about.
Yes, the good old days, right? We don't have any
Yeah,
bills
exactly.
and stuff. I would personally say I would implore you to go back and play all of them. Personally,
Yes.
as I would say. Another asterisk, I don't love the first God of War. That's just me. If you want to just read a story summary from that, I say jump to 2. Definitely play 2. Definitely play 3. Ascension, maybe.
I would do
maybe
do the PSP titles
Facts.
2 and 3.
Yep. Okay.
And obviously 2018.
Yeah. Because you're gonna get so much more, and I think there will be a lot of references to this. Like, I think there's gonna be a lot connected, like, for sure. You know, like when we go back to Hell, we still got to deal. Like, there was a particular person in Hell that is very integral to the at least God of War 3 at the bare minimum. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know, yeah, like I think we're gonna get a lot of tiebacks, you know, for sure. Is that your same recommendation?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I think if you have the time, and we spoke about it last week, like how God of War games are so good to play. But if you just want to be caught up on the story, to be prepared, I'm going to be 100% honest. Don't watch 2018.
No.
Right? Don't watch story or read it. Play the damn thing.
It's on the Plus collection.
1000%. Like, it needs to be played before. Even as somebody who has already played it, I feel like, how can you not play it again before Ragnarok?
Yeah. I would love to see, like, I wish there was a, like, you know how on Xbox they have like what's the top 10 games that are being played right now, like trending or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
I would love to see those stats for PlayStation, right?
Yeah.
Like, I bet we'll see God of War 2018 chart this month. I think that's something that we could see for sure. At the bare minimum, top 20, right? But I think it will hit the top 10 for sure.
But like you mentioned, it is part of the PS Plus collection, so
That's fair.
that might not.
Yeah, that's fair. I just really want to see, like, I would love like a
People
trending
playing
list.
it.
Yeah, I would love to know those stats. Like, if you don't want to share how many people, sure, but just like, let me see the rank. You know what I'm saying? Let me, because I bet it's number 1. I bet a lot of people are replaying it right now for sure.
Absolutely.
There's 2 major things we gotta talk about pretty much for the end of this FAQ. Some gameplay features. I'll just read here from Push Square. While God of War Ragnarok will play very similarly to the previous game, there will be 1 or 2 things to enjoy. The first notable thing that springs to mind is riding a wolf-pulled sled to get around the frozen lake of Nine. I forgot their names. They are named. those two wolves. It's not Skull and Hati, but they're named. I forgot what they're named, but there's names out there. Further gameplay details are thin right now. Okay, this is a little bit outdated. We do know from Game Informer that there's going to be different shields that you can get now, which can have different effects. Where I'm not gonna bring up my notes. I did it on the breakdown. It's on the channel if you want more details. But there's one shield where you're gonna be able to be kind of like Black Panther's ability in MCU, where you can build up energy and then release it, right? There's shields that can do that. As well as they have new signature moves where it's going to change up where I think because I play on a different control scheme, which I never said that either on the podcast, but whatever the button is, wherever it is, right, to call back the axe, right? They're changing that a little bit during combat, where like they're gonna have specific signature moves that utilize that button and a combination with like another button, I think. So like there's just different, more like powerful moves as well called signature moves, and there's definitely gonna, I feel like, be more gameplay stuff for sure. But one of the cool things that like I do want to note, right, is that like I definitely was kind of like how do you only give a Game Informer like 4 minutes of gameplay, right?
Yeah.
You know, but like my thought is like, okay, like, is it because like you don't want to show a lot of this game, right? Like, with like part 2, when you think of the promotion, like, there's a whole other half to that was just unseen. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. Yeah.
And I hope that there are some cutscenes in the shows we've seen that like are different. You know.
That'd be really cool.
So we'll see.
I would love that.
We'll see. Yes. Like.
Are you?
What's up?
Are you like hinting at that? Like, are we playing as Atreus for half the game?
I think it's possible.
Dying?
I think it's possible, and I think that more because like there was a point in 2018 when they're going up the elevator in the mountain.
Yeah.
And Kratos, and like Atreus is like, okay, once we spread the ashes, like what's after that? And Kratos is like you said, something's changed, something's happening. So my goal for you after we do this with the ashes, with Faye and everything, is you have a lot of training to do. So he makes it a point to like, it's said like a couple times in the game where like you will be trained.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so Atreus is going to be combat ready. I don't know, man. I think it's possible. I have a pie in the sky hope that we go back to Greece. But we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
That one I guess is a little bit far fetched, but like fuck.
To add on what you were talking about as far as like gameplay, a big thing that they were touting is just like the feeling of playing with your food while you're playing with Ragnarok.
That's correct.
Where like you are supposed to experiment a little bit and with the shield and the axe and the blades and
Mjolnir.
Whoever, Mjolnir. Whatever else, the Zeus's blade, we'll get that back. Like, I don't know. There's so many things that they could do, and hopefully it can be woven together in such a way that it is that you'll never want to not be in a combat situation.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I loved walking around in 2018 and just taking in the world and the lore and whatnot, but there's something special about the combat in 2018, and if they just expand on it in Ragnarok and add cool new things, in addition to like I haven't even thought about it until the second of the different buffs and charms and stuff that you equip, and how deep is it gonna get, right? Like that excites me a whole lot.
Can't wait, man. And I definitely feel that notion of like, during my playthrough right now, like it's like I want to be in more combat. Like it feels so, it's better than I thought it was. Honestly, it's better than I thought it was. Like wholeheartedly, right? Yeah, for sure. And the big last thing that I guess we can end off with here for sure is that like in 2018, the game will be in one cut, on one take, uncut shot. Which,
thank you, Sony Santa Monica.
Can you imagine if they're like, hey, actually, we're gonna do like traditional cutscenes? Like that would. Oh fuck.
Loading screens. Nah.
No. Give me the nice little shimmy, that's fine. I can,
Yeah, hide a loading screen every
I'm
once
cool
in a
with
while.
that.
Take an
Yeah,
elevator. Yeah, I'm okay
That's
with
cool.
it.
That's cool. That's cool. That's cool. I'm only cool with that because this has a PS4 iteration, so I get that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
absolutely.
saying? Like, PS4 got to load somehow. Don't have that secret source SSD on the PS5. You know what I'm saying? Does not have that. But
Hey,
go ahead.
it's still remarkable to think how 2018 is in one take, and how long
Incredible.
that must have taken to plan out, and then of course develop it in that way,
Yeah.
and not make it seem hokey, and not make it seem like just a gimmick, right? Like it is a gimmick per se, but it adds so much
So much.
when you really think about it. From the moment you start the game, the moment you press start, you're in it. And you're not breaking away from Kratos at all
E-
the entire time.
Even the menu is technically like the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, it's like
Literally.
like a
Yeah.
diary and whatnot, and yeah.
Yeah, that, but like also like when you first boot the game,
Oh yeah, no,
like
absolutely.
you
Yeah,
hit
that's what I meant.
continue. Well, no, okay. I guess when you're in the game, when you hit it, oh, that would be fuck. Oh, I want them to do that. I want them to do that. That might be next to impossible. But if they're able to be like, if it's able to remember where you literally left off,
And he's just like hanging out at a campfire or whatever, and then
Yeah.
pops up. Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
oh, that's probably impossible.
That's a lot.
No, that's probably
Probably.
impossible. Because like
That's cool.
where like they can't account for all the times. Like it would have to be like an
Yeah.
in-game like. Okay, I think how you could probably do it. I'm losing my voice. Oh my god, you hear this?
You're okay. Like what, preset animations for, and then just the environment changes or something like that?
I was thinking like, all right, when you boot up the game mid-game in Ragnarok, right? The camera zoomed in from a Kratos like first-person perspective. Once you hit continue, it zooms out, and that's where it goes. So maybe like when you boot up the game, it remembers where you exactly were, zooms the camera in, removes the HUD, puts up the God of War Ragnarok logo, and the menu is like a transparent like overlay type thing, right?
Fair.
Hit continue, camera zooms out, HUD comes in, and you're back to third person Kratos. That's
I feel like
how I
that
would
would-
pop. But that seems so difficult. Like
that might have been possible if PlayStation had a quick resume thing like Xbox Series X.
look at that! Look at that! Look at that!
If only, you know?
The
If
Series S got. What did I say? Oh no, the Series X
The
got
X,
us, man.
yeah.
The X got us,
Yeah.
man. Look at that, man. Well, that was a great second episode. Look at that. That was a good look. I feel like y'all learned a lot about Ragnarok. You know what I'm saying? Even though we don't know the game yet. And of course, next week, what do I got planned next week? Hold on.
I think
Give
next
y'all
week
one.
we're talking about like
Oh,
other mythologies, right?
yeah. What's after God of War Ragnarok? Yes, that's gonna be a good one. And then the one after, hopefully, if we can do it, a God of War review in 2022. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I think like from that perspective, like we'll be able to talk a little bit more about like where are we at right now with God of War from like a story perspective. You know what I'm saying? And there also, I might also mix in because I did want to kind of do like a separate episode of like what's supposed to happen in the Norse mythology that like at least are pertaining to characters that are in God of War 2018, right? Like what's Freya's role, what is
Yeah.
Atreus' alter ego, what's Loki's role, etc. Right? Like what's Tyr, right?
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
I think I might plan out that for sure, and we might blend that into the God of War 2018 review. But we'll see. But until
Be
then,
careful with spoilers, though. I feel like that's where you're gonna get spoiled if you dig too hard into it. Just saying. Try and protect you, Kev.
yeah, I mean that's I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with something like that because like I know this is. It's called Ragnarok. Like it is gonna imitate the
Sure.
story of Ragnarok, right?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that, but I do feel like they'll still kind of wow us and like how it's done, right? And like what they mean, by it, right?
Absolutely.
Right? Like for example, in Norse mythology, Loki kills Balder. That happens in 2018. It's very different, right? But when you boil it down, it's the same thing, right? So like, I think I'll still be okay with it because in Ragnarok, like how they're going to expand on what is the boiled down story of Ragnarok, I think it's going to be awesome. You know what I'm saying? So I think I'm okay with taking that risk. You know what I'm saying? I think I'm cool with it. But as we head out for episode 2, Kyle, where can people find you?
People can find me at Mr. K-Step on Twitter, PSN, and all the things. Go check out our weekly PlayStation podcast called The Trophy Room, a PlayStation podcast. Each and every Thursday, we talk about the latest and greatest in all things PlayStation. And if you want to know all the cool indie games coming out, go check out 61indie.com. That's SIXONEINDIE and 61IndieCast, wherever you listen to podcast services.
Beautiful. Links to all that will be down below in the description. And this has been Road to Ragnarok, the weekly podcast, episode 2, dedicated to any and all things God of War Ragnarok, from news, lore, reactions, and upon release, our review along with the spoiler cast to end off the series. You can catch the show here on youtube.com/PlayStation Source, as well as podcast services just like Apple Podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, etc., via our anchor link down below in the description. Like the video and rate the podcast. It really does help us to get seen by more viewers so we can grow the Pieces family. Down below, let us know what you like or dislike about the show, and connect with us further on Twitter and Discord in the description. Feeling generous, hit that $1 Prince tier member, just like Tabio Musa, or our $5 King tier members, just like Caleb Kaiser, the Iraq Knight, and the homie Owen. 28 days till Ragnarok hits, ladies and gentlemen. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Thank y'all for watching. And as always, greatness awaits.
Bye.
Oh, you're supposed to say greatness awaits too.
Oh, I forgot. Greatness awaits. I forgot.
Should we keep it? I'm gonna keep it. It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna keep it.